What is up, friends? Welcome back to another movie reaction. Unbelievably excited for today's, which is The Raid Redemption, which is a movie that I've been wanting to check out for years now because one of my favorite franchises or series is the John Wick films, and I always hear these movies brought up in the same sentence as those as being some of the best action movies ever made, and a lot of people I've seen consider it even better than the John Wick movies, which, if that is the case, it will instantly go in my favorite films list. But I usually try to not go into films with any expectations and just let the movie kind of define itself, but my expectations for this one are pretty high, but I have a feeling it could probably even exceed them, and so I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully you all enjoy watching along with me, and if you do, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up, helps the video out. And of course you can check out my full-length reaction to this on my Patreon, link for that in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into The Raid Redemption. Great start with the sound design. Love the ticking getting louder. This guy seems pretty jacked from that frame.
Jam berapa, sayang?
Udah, tidur aja lagi.
Iya, tapi kan aku minta dibangunin.
Kamu harus istirahat.
Oh man, great way to introduce some characters. Already we want him to survive whatever he's going to get into. I'm guessing he's a cop because I saw cops mentioned on the cover of the disc.
Aku akan bawa dia pulang.
Oh man, love that shift into the title screen with the music, kind of haunting. So that's interesting. That suggests that I guess somebody's kidnapped, maybe? Was that his dad that he was talking to?
Dengar semuanya. Target kita Tamariadi. Semua penjahat di kota ini menganggap dia sebagai legenda dunia hitam. Sampai gang preman kecil sekalipun.
Yikes, man. Terrifying introduction, but I love the cinematography. That little push in between all of them was excellent.
Kita masuk, tangkap, dan seret dia keluar. Siap! Info intelijen yang saya dapatkan, terdapat lab narkotik yang cukup besar. Dan sejumlah massa yang rela melakukan apa saja untuk melindungi tempat itu.
Dude, I love all the little things they're doing, like moments like that, showing how terrified cops are, which if they're terrified, then I'm terrified.
Kalau kalian lengah, kalian yang dibantainya.
Yo, dude, that guy on the left is in John Wick 3, right? I think I recognize the actor. That's one thing I did remember, is that there is some crossover between the series with actors. Whoa, bro, my gosh, did not realize we'd get into some killing that quick. Hopefully none of these guys are the one that the main character is trying to rescue.
Tunggu sebentar ya, sabar.
Man, the way they're introducing all the characters is just perfect. This guy is mad sketchy.
Sampai mana tadi?
Dude, this is already a freaking masterclass. Yo, dude, that cut. I'm loving everything about this so far. I feel like this already has a leg up on most films because I'm going into it expecting to love it.
Ayo, bersihkan sampah kota ini.
Dude, amazing cinematography once again. This may be the first movie out of Indonesia I've seen as well. I don't know what their film industry is like, but the filmmakers here clearly know their stuff.
Saya grup menjadi dua. Saya akan masuk dari pintu utama. Cari jalan alternatif.
I like all the movements they're doing. Obviously, I have no experience with tactical advances, but it feels like it's done very accurately. Oh, I love the pacing. Can't believe they're already in the building and we're what, like 10 minutes into the movie? Such a perfect way to start the film.
Baik, karena itu Andri.
Lumpuhkan.
Klien Wong ini memang sudah berkomitmen ya untuk terus berlatih dan menampilkan atraksi.
Yo, what an amazing shot right there. That was incredible. Brilliant use of darkness. Feels like that was something out of The Conjuring almost. Oh man, already an incredible shot, keeping the stunts in frame. They work quick. If you're not ready for them, you're screwed. Do they have to clear every single one of these rooms, or just some that are known to be affiliated with the main bad guy?
Jangan bergerak.
Oh, this kid better make the smart move. That's such a terrifying image, though.
Sekarang.
Oh no, dude. That just messed up the entire operation. He's gonna let people know. Yo, that was really well done, slow motion. Too freaking late though, my gosh. Just barely got the words out. Oh no, dude, I feel like he just barely got it. That sucks. If they don't have the element of surprise, I'm freaking worried for him. Dude, incredible shots. I love the way they've set this up. Feels a little bit similar to Dread at this point, because that movie kind of took place in a building where you have to work your way up to the top.
Masalah? Mereka sudah sampai. Matikan semua komunikasi, kunci semua akses. Gua pengen ajak tetangga untuk main.
Man, I don't like whoever the neighbors are already. If they work with him, they're bad news for sure.
Aku ambil yang kiri, kamu ambil yang kanan.
No way, dude. If they have to worry about people sniping them from across the way, that just adds a whole nother level of stress.
Sekarang. Tahan. Biarkan dia berteriak. Keadaan di luar aman.
Yo, straight evil. Are you kidding me? So many effective little moments to add context and character to people, though. Can't even finish them off quick. Oh, jeez, man, this is going south so fast. I love the music, though. It adds a lot. Oh, man, effective cut. That cop is screwed.
Nomor sepak bola sejati. Jadi semua tontonan sepak...
So many amazing shots, dude. Every single scene is well done.
Lenang, Anda ikutkan saya. Yuk. Bapak, biarin dia.
Dude, that's so terrifying. There's no way they have a good chance of winning if they're on their turf with no upper hand.
Selamat pagi, teman-teman. Anda bisa memberikan bantuan Anda dalam mengusir kutu-kutu ini. Akan mendapatkan imbalan tinggal.
Yo, dude, perfect way to get everybody on board. This is gonna be an absolute bloodbath.
Kita butuh bala bantuan sekarang. Tidak mungkin. Apanya yang tidak mungkin? Penyerbuan ini bukan. Siapa saja yang tahu kita di sini? Kita sendiri.
Dude, are you kidding me? This is an absolutely nightmarish scenario. This is so well done, man. Love the lighting. Oh my gosh, incredible. This movie has really well done use of slow motion. Absolutely brutal. I feel like they lost quite a few right there. This is horrifying.
Kerjaan apa lagi yang lu buat? Hah?
Sini lo.
Ini urusan gua. Gua yang urus.
Lu nggak bisa nembak polisi. Polisi lu bayar. Kelar.
Gak akan ada bantuan. Pokoknya nggak ada cerita.
You know, I freaking believe him. They're already shredding all of them so far.
Gua udah tahu siapa dalangnya. Bangsat tua ini.
They're getting hit from all sides, dude. How do you escape this? I feel like it's just a matter of time before they're all dead. Like that, man. You take out one, 5 more pop up. It's just endless. And this is just the first wave. Man, there's no time for strategizing or second guessing. You just gotta move so fast. Yo, if they can find a way to get out of this room, that'll help them a little bit because people might not know where they are next. I'm a big fan of the camera work as well. The frantic handheld adds a visual level of stress on top of the narrative one. Oh my gosh, dude, just get swarmed instantly. Bro, that camera work was insane. How did they make that look so smooth? Dude, the hits in this are gnarly. They don't hold anything back. Makes it feel more realistic and intense, though, that's for sure. Yo, this guy's going all MacGyver. What the heck is he putting together? Is it gonna explode? Holy, that was impressive. That's next level IQ to put that together.
Seberapa parah?
Terlokalisir, cuma 2 kamar.
Lumayan.
Dan sekitar 30 orang yang ngontrak mati berantakan.
Ambil barangnya. Kebayar.
This dude is absolutely ruthless. Does not care about anybody in here. Not surprising, though. They're just pawns in his game of chess. Yo, the makeup on his face is insane. They're killing it in all aspects of the production. Man, are they just gonna get more and more intimidating as we go along? I would never want to set foot in this building, so I'm not surprised nobody else really has in the past to stop them.
Kita temu di lantai 7.
Tommy, Angga, ikut dia.
Nggak usah.
Ikut. Ya udah.
Very curious what the backstory is on that one guy, because it doesn't feel like he's trusted by the other villains in this. And he did kind of look at the camera strangely with the main character earlier. Just genius camera work, especially with the use of sound. Really know how to build suspense. Dang it, their cutaways are so well done. I hope the cops win that battle, but that dude looks like an absolute force. Yo, here, oh, dude, that was nasty, man. Shredded that dude's thigh. This is what I was really looking forward to, was hand-to-hand combat. Dude is a one-man wrecking crew. Holy crap, this is awesome. Oh my gosh, everything about this is perfect. The acting, the stunts, the choreography. Dude just annihilated every last one of them. Just a freaking gift to cinema by keeping all these in longer takes. Dude, this choreography is next level. My gosh, they are certainly living up to the setup they gave of this building just being infamously terrifying. Just never stops. That scene was amazing. 10 out of 10 adrenaline filled goodness.
Tolong buka pintunya. Ini ada luka. Kalau kami berdua mati.
The camera work is so effective. Please tell me they let him in. They're screwed. Although I feel like he still could take on a lot more right now. Yeah. Thank goodness, not a moment too soon. Shout out to that guy though, true hero. Nice, man. Pretty convenient little hiding spot right here. Just what they needed. I feel like if you're gonna live in a building like this, you definitely need one of these. Gosh, the way they connect scenes and everything is just genius. That super up close claustrophobic camera work though was so well done.
Apa ini?
Dude, they are killing this movie from a filmmaking standpoint. That was such a cool angle. I'm worried we might get another fight scene in a second. My gosh, dude, this is literally like straight out of a horror movie. Jason and Michael Myers take notes. And he leaves it there. Jeez, the absolute willpower it would take not to make a sound, even though he clipped you there. Dude, this scene is a masterclass in suspense. This is unbelievable stuff, man. People were not lying with the praise of this movie.
Hey, jauh.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's so smart, though, to do that. This guy knows everything just to make sure you clean off the blood before he pulls it back out. Coming into this, I was expecting unbelievable action sequences, but I was not prepared to be so impressed by the writing, especially with moment-to-moment scenes.
Lumayan parah. Tapi tenang, bisa dikerjain. Jangan khawatir.
Oh man, that poor dude. Are you kidding me? If they survive this, give them every freaking medal that you can. Yo, he's not about to fight these two in the elevator, is he? Maybe that would explain why his vibe was a bit different.
Kenapa?
Oh man, what a frame right there. Gosh, everybody in this building is a capable fighter. I'm curious what his deal is, because maybe he's not working with them. Maybe he's being held there. It could be the guy that the main character was saying he'd get him out.
Hey, kau so sadis.
Oh no, dude. All that work to hide only to get caught again. Dude, I can't believe they showed that. Dead on impact for sure. Man, this set piece is so well utilized. Definitely one of the best use of space I've seen in a film in enhancing the story and the intensity. Man, I'm worried for him, but I would not mind another hallway fight. This is next level filmmaking, dude. I am just in awe. Dude, this camera work is incredible. I'm curious what else these filmmakers have done besides The Raid. This is so cool, dude. I'm sweating right now, though. Oh my gosh. Dude is absolutely surgical. Oh my gosh, dude. Put this guy up against any fighter in film history, and I'd like my chances picking him. Dude, this is unreal. I feel like I could talk for hours just about these fight scenes. There are so many good aspects to it. Just insane. If I wasn't holding the mic, I would be applauding right now. Holy crap, dude. Colors, visually stunning, music relentless. Holy, it never stops, dude. Once it starts going, you better hold on, dude. It's a roller coaster. Dude, this is one of the best put together and filmed fight scenes I've ever seen. The way they orchestrate everything and move from place to place not only is logical, but is just like an escalator of intensity. I know I keep using that word, but I can't think of any other synonyms right now. It's just this constantly raising layer of white knuckle action. I said layer, but maybe level would be a better word.
Ngapain lu di sini?
Oh no, he cuts. Dang it. I have a feeling though, because we could kind of see who it was, that it's the mysterious guy that I was seeing before. And what a relief it would be to have him on our side if he didn't just straight up kill him.
Saya tidak mau mengorbankan diri saya hanya untuk menyelamatkan nyawa mereka. Dengar lu bangsan. Apapun yang berhubungan dengan hidup mati anak buah gua, lu jangan ikut campur.
Freaking tell him. About time this guy got told to shut up. He's caused so many issues.
Ingat jaga, bakat kamu apa? Bersetan dengan pangkat. Setelah kita keluar dari sini, pekerjaan lo berikutnya ngepel kencing di penjara seumur hidup lo.
His delivery is excellent. This guy's such a good actor.
Sekarang, siapa dalang di balik semua ini? Belum saatnya. Ini bukan tempatnya.
Bro, just masterful writing. I love this story. That's part of the reason why the action has been so good, is because it's elevated because of the situation and the circumstances.
Jalan.
Oh yes, finally get to see this dude in action. I've been waiting because he was awesome in John Wick 3. There's the classic bring a knife to a gunfight right there. They're in a pretty bad spot. Just as incredible as the high intensity scenes, they know exactly the moments to let things drag out and just get under your skin.
Sebenarnya kurang kalau begini. Nggak ada gregetnya.
That is an iconic villainous line right there. For a second, I thought they were going to be on the same side and he just needed to take him away for a second. But I think he just wants to get full enjoyment out of this fight.
Ini permainan yang gua suka.
Oh, dude, this is awesome. I love that every single hit is captured perfectly in the frame. Dude, I feel like this fight is just brute force versus quickness and speed. Dude, these hits are so heavy. Everyone in the cast is just doing an excellent job because they're obviously all doing their own stunts. Nobody's hiding their faces. This is just a joy to watch, dude. I love how the camera work is so fluid, though. It's not just like this third-party viewer, but it feels like it's an actual part of the fight. Oh, man, he's definitely destroying him. You see that look, it's pretty much game over. I don't want this guy to die. The music is incredible right now. The fact that they took out the ambient noises and just put the soundtrack makes it feel so much more brutal. Man, this is incredible, dude. That sucks so bad we lost him, though.
Emang mereka nggak punya data ya kalau kita tuh? Mereka nggak ada bukti. Cuma ada nama depan aja di file kita. Nggak ada yang tahu tentang kita. Hampir kesel gue ngeliat foto lu ditempel di papan. 6 tahun kata berita, lu muncul begini aja.
Dude, and amidst the unbelievable action, we get a fantastic story development here. I'm guessing they are brothers then, if they're talking about knowing names and whatnot.
Gue bisa bantu lu keluar dari sini. Lu mau nyelamatin gue, terus kemana? Pulang. Gue yang lu lihat sekarang ini, bukan gue yang dulu lagi. Cuma karena yang gue kerjain ini salah menurut lu. Bukan berarti gue gak jaga orang.
I don't know, man. I have the feeling he doesn't really buy into this lifestyle fully. I think there's definitely some good in him, and his brother can certainly see it.
Bentar lagi lu jadi om. Apa? Laki-laki. 2 bulan lagi. Ya lu mikir nggak? Lu milih tinggal di sini, hah? Lu ngumpanin nyawa lu.
That's definitely a bit of info that might make him change his mind. Stop and think a little bit.
Ya udah, lu ganti baju dulu lah sebelum lu pergi. Ini nggak apa-apa. Ini pas sama gue. Gue jalan duluan. Setelah keadaan aman, baru lu cabut.
Such a great little moment right here. I feel like that line's pretty significant. He's not ashamed of who he is, no matter what he has to go up against. Another fantastic thing about this location, obviously it makes sense for kind of the grimy underworld this guy is running, but it kind of accentuates the fighting style as well. It's just very brutal and raw.
Kan gue udah bilang bukan itu orangnya.
Biasanya lu datang bawa apa kek?
Ya menurut perkiraan gue tinggal 2 polisi lagi di bawah.
Menurut gua 3. Menurut lo?
He's doing his best to try and protect his brother, but I don't think this guy is buying it at all. He seems like the person who can read through every situation.
Dengar bangsat!
Oh my gosh, dude, that would be so painful.
Lu lihat, pas gua lihat itu gua panteng ini layar. Cuma monitor ini doang yang bisa gua pegang kayak anjing.
Of course he saw it. My goodness, he should have left when he had the chance. I can't even imagine what he's about to go through.
Hey!
At least we didn't see that guy break his back in excruciating detail. That was a clever play, though. That is one way to make your entrance. Jeez, dude. I'm so ready for another fight sequence. What a hit right there. You feel every impact as the viewer, man. It's wild. Okay, this guy can actually handle himself as well. Color me impressed. So dope, dude. This makes me want to learn this fighting style, but I know I would look like a clown compared to everybody here. Some tells me he may have actually hurt his back for real in that shot. The amount of planning that must have gone into all this. Dude, this camera work, I have nothing left to say. My gosh, dude, unreal. Didn't even know shots like this were capable. One of the craziest parts is how tight the camera gets during certain scenes, but yet captures everything perfectly regardless of where it moves. Astounding. This is like watching a gold medal gymnast do the absolute perfect routine, man. It's jaw-dropping. This movie is like the perfect evidence of stunts needing to be a category at the Academy Awards. Oh, we know he's definitely going in there, but does that mean we're gonna get a duel between the two, I'd say, most capable fighters here? I am on edge, bro. This is going to just be the greatest fight ever possibly between these two. This dude's confidence is through the roof. Really just freed a second fighter, so now it's 2v1. Dude, this is so cool. I feel like this is the fighting equivalent of the Darth Maul fight in episode 1. So far, it's everything that I want that fight to be. What an incredible build up to that, though.
Letakkan senjatamu.
Kok jadi begini sekarang?
Maju.
I love that he starts the scene partially shadowed by darkness. A true villain right here.
Sekarang, bawa saya keluar.
Oh my gosh, dude. Are you kidding me? This rat. What a scumbag. And that line tells me that it's not like he was behind it working for him the whole time. He's just looking out for number one. Oh my gosh, bro. So incredible. I feel like even though he's not the one running this place, he's basically like the final boss. Dude, this is just an unreal achievement in fight choreography and stunts. Like, this is crazy. I've never seen anything like this, dude. It's far exceeded my expectations. Like, there's stunts, and then there's these stunts where I feel like the actors must have been in so much pain after filming this. How do you stop this guy? Holy crap. I can't believe he's taking them both on. And I love that the fighting, the punches, the kicks, everything makes sense as well. It looks like legit fighting instead of just beautified for the sake of entertainment. My gosh, this is the ultimate fighter right here. He cannot be stopped. Oh no, man, here we go again. He's got him in the final position. Now's the chance for his brother to redeem himself, which could possibly be the reason for the title. And he's still fighting after that. This dude is not human. Oh my gosh. This is crazy, dude. This may be the best on-screen representation of a literal fight to the death. Oh. Dude, I almost couldn't even look at that. My gosh, just beautiful filmmaking, even if you can't really call it beautiful because of how brutal it is. The soundtrack was just sublime right there as well, perfectly building to that final crescendo. Dude. I know I said I couldn't clap because I was holding the mic, but that scene freaking deserves it. I don't know if I've ever seen a villainous character that's built up to be this machine that's had such an effective final fight as well, where you really feel the skill of him. There's been some incredible ones in history, but I feel like that might be the best I've ever seen.
Nesa dan teman-teman yang berdas itu nggak pernah bilang nggak ke gua. Tapi lu dikirim buat mampus mati.
This dude really has all the power. My gosh. And the final piece of the puzzle falls into place.
Kan begitu ini semua selesai, lu bakalan dapat kaset Satya Lencana. Karir lu habis, tinggal tunggu waktu.
Diam.
Oh, I can't believe he actually killed him right there just like that. I mean, if his situation was as pointless as he just found out, I mean, I can't be too shocked. These actors are really giving it their all, though. Ah, oh, dude, satisfying, just forced to live with the consequences. He did not deserve the easy way out.
Teman-teman, silakan kembali ke kamar masing-masing. Semua sudah selesai.
Dude, this was an experience. I assume it's getting close to the end right here.
Gak semua orang yang lu kenal itu busuk, Ram. Lu kasih ke Bu Nawar. Dia orang yang baik.
Oh, what an excellent shot. Shout out to that guy, one of the few friends amidst a field of enemies. They did the impossible getting out of here.
Polisi akan kesini.
Kita sudah menghilang. Begitu mereka sampai.
Terus ngapain tinggal?
Sama alasannya kenapa lu pakai itu seragam.
Karena pas.
Great dialogue right there. This is such a good film. I am so glad it lived up to the insane expectations I had for it, and in almost every case surpassed them. Bravo, man. Just an incredible film. Masterclass in every aspect of production. Man, that was so good. And I feel like this is the first time in the whole soundtrack it's actually sounded like typical work from Mike Shinoda, which huge props to him for that reason right there, because he did an amazing job with the soundtrack and giving it personality and life and really enhancing every single action scene. But I cannot praise this film enough for what it did. I was just gobsmacked the entire time. I'm trying to think of any other word I can use to describe my feelings without getting repetitive and using the same words over and over. But one thing that I wanted to mention a couple times that I don't think I ever got to, just because I was too enveloped in the scenes, is I feel like a very under the radar aspect of all the fight sequences that I feel really makes them in a lot of ways is the sound of the exertion of all the actors and the fighters, whether it's yelling or huffing and puffing or just gasping. Every little noise coming from them, I feel like is something I don't really hear too often in many movies, which in this case really makes you feel like they are exerting so much energy and force into the fights. And I feel like if you were in a life or death situation, you would be yelling and screaming and just giving it your all, letting everything out. Whereas a lot of time in fights, I feel like the focus is more on just the sound effects for the hits and the impacts and everything like that, which that's another thing in this one, which it's not a bad thing that a lot of movies will kind of bring up the volume on certain hits and everything like that, and it'll feel very theatrical, which definitely has its place and is very entertaining. But I feel like a lot of the times in this, all of the hits just felt very natural and realistic, and they didn't need to rely on sound impacts and everything like that. They could just rely on how good the visuals and the choreography was, which obviously I talked about John Wick in the beginning and how I always heard these movies mentioned in the same sense as those. I feel like John Wick also does an excellent job with it, and so it's no wonder they kind of had some crossover with certain actors and whatnot. But I did see one comment that was mentioning that the Raid 2 is even better than this, which may have just been one person's opinion, but I honestly cannot fathom how you could improve upon this. So if it is, that may just end up being the greatest action movie I've ever seen. But man, what a masterwork of a film. I loved every second of this. Well, this movie has shown me that I have been severely missing out on Indonesian cinema, because this was just a work of art in the action genre, and I certainly wouldn't go into every movie coming out of that country with expectations like this, or to think it would be on this level, because putting this up against any movie from any country, it would probably dominate in the action department. But definitely makes me want to see more from them, because all the actors, which I assume everybody was Indonesian who acted in this, they put forth some incredible performances, and I'm curious how they cast this film, if they went for primarily stunt workers and turned them into more dramatic actors for certain moments, or if they just found actors who happen to also be very skilled in stunt work and fight choreography. But it's amazing how well they did in both aspects, because I feel like that's sometimes a downside to certain other films that go really into the stunt work and whatnot, is because you can't really get as good of dramatic performances or dialogue delivery as you could with people who focus mostly on that in their acting. But everybody played the two tones of their performances to perfection in this. They all did an incredible job, and just like I've mentioned in some previous reactions, I love that I didn't really recognize too many of the actors in this besides the one who's from John Wick, because it really makes their characters feel real and helps me kind of be fully immersed into the story and just believing everything that I'm watching is real people in a real story. But I've obviously talked so much about the more technical aspects of everything in the film, but from a story standpoint, it's not the most complicated script per se, but the way that they wrote in a couple of twists and turns, and the way that they used the space in order to carry out these fight sequences and stuff like that, is what made it such a unique an enthralling experience, because the base storyline of some cops or some people enter a building and kind of have to work their way up to the top or face this deadly threat has been done a lot of times. I feel like, obviously mentioned Dread, even in horror you have something like Wreck, but the way that they handle it here I feel like has been the most effective of that kind of story I've seen, because you really feel the danger more so than other movies. Even a movie like Wreck, I feel like this movie had some pretty horrifying moments that could rival the moments in that as far as getting my heart racing, but as I brought up a couple times, they had built up this threat and certain characters and then delivered on that threat. It wasn't a letdown at any moment of, well, I wanted a little bit more from that fight or something like that. I was never left wanting a single thing. And it's somewhat mind-blowing that this film only came out in 2011, because in a genre that has been done so many times and so effectively over so many decades, it feels like this one in particular is very genre defining moving forward, and you can already see how much it has influenced other films like the John Wick movies. And so when other recent films have kind of stood out in the action genre, like Mad Max Fury Road for instance, where the brilliant things about that movie are just things that have never been done before, I would say at least. It's a testament to how well this is made, that it's doing things that have been done before on screen. Obviously not as well, but hand-to-hand fights and incredible stunt work have obviously been a part of many films in the past, but this one somehow raised the bar even more. And I waited until just now to look up what the budget was for this movie, because I didn't want my opinion of everything to be skewed one way or another because of how much it was made for. Because if something does a lot with a small budget, my opinion is automatically raised a little bit just because I'm impressed what they were able to do. But the fact that, according to the internet, what I looked up, this was only made for $1.1 million is just an incredible feat, because even massive budget films don't get the quality of stunt work and fight camera work that this has. But the location and the storyline are well suited for that type of budget, because they're staying in one building pretty much the entire time, and so you can kind of pour most of the budget into the choreography and the stunt actors, who are really just the main actors anyway. And so that kind of makes sense why they were able to maybe get more out of them. But regardless, still just an absolute achievement of the highest order. And moving forward, I'm very interested to see what the storyline of the Raid 2 is, because I would hope that we get maybe some similar characters involved. They could just pick a completely different storyline, but I don't know if it's going to kind of be a similar thing where people go into a building and have to work their way up, or how they mix it up. Either way, I am so excited, even more excited than I was to get into this one, because now I actually have something that I can attach my expectations to. But I really hope you all enjoyed watching along with me for this one. I had an amazing time, and I think I said everything that I was wanting to say about it, but even if I think of something later that I missed, or certain aspects that I didn't really talk about, I can obviously include that in my Raid 2 reaction. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video out a lot. And of course, you can check out the full-length reaction on Patreon. Link for that in the description below. But until the next movie, look forward to seeing you all later. Peace.